Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Former NBA champion returns to Heat on affordable 2-year deal, report. The Miami Heat made their first move of free agency on Sunday, June 30th, by bringing a former NBA champion back to their bench. Miami re-signed big man Kevin Love to a short-term contract after he opted out of the final year of his contract over the weekend. Free agent F/C Kevin Love is finalizing a 2-year, $8 million plus deal to return to the Miami Heat, sources tell at The Athletic at Stadium. Shams Charania reported on June 30th, the first day of free agency. Love's new deal is similar to his old contract in terms of compensation. Miami owed Love $4.99 million in 2024-25, which is slightly less than what he will make for that campaign on his new deal. The difference is that there is an extra year for an extra $4 million for the soon-to-be 36-year-old the season after, which makes the total value of the contract roughly $3 million higher. Tim Bontemps of ESPN reported that there are no options on Love's new contract, meaning neither the team nor Love has the option to terminate the deal 1 year early. Love was a meaningful contributor in the Heat's rotation last season, averaging 8.8 points, 6.1 rebounds, and 2.1 assists in 16.8 minutes per night, according to Basketball Reference. He appeared in 55 regular season games for Miami and connected on 34.4% of his three-point shots on 4.4 attempts per outing. The 6'8", 251-pound Love won a title alongside former Heat star LeBron James in 2016, while the two were members of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Love has earned trips to 5 All-Star games and spots on 2 All-NBA teams, both second-team selections in 2012 and 2014, across his 16-year professional career. Love joined the Heat for the 2022-23 campaign following the end of his time in Cleveland. He put up 7.7 points and 5.7 rebounds across 21 games for Miami that season and was part of a roster that played its way into the NBA Finals as the number 8 seed in the Eastern Conference before falling to the Denver Nuggets in 5 games. Love will now recline back into a backup role behind Heat star big man Bam Adebayo, who recently inked a max 3-year extension to remain in Miami. Adebayo agreed to the $166 million extension that will keep him with the team through the 2028-29 season. He averaged 19.3 points, 10.4 rebounds, 3.9 assists, and 1.1 steals for the Heat across 71 games played in the 2023-24 campaign. Adebayo turns 27 years old in July and has never played with a team outside of Miami since joining the league in 2017. Securing Adebayo is a big deal for the Heat, though a major question mark remains in the form of superstar forward Jimmy Butler. Miami and Butler will not come to terms on a contract extension this season, which sets up the chance for Butler to opt out of the final year of his deal next summer and become an unrestricted free agent. Orlando Magic adding 2-time NBA champion makes it tougher for Miami Heat in Southeast Division. The Miami Heat have dominated the NBA's Southeast Division, winning 12 titles since 2004. After failing to win it last season, the gap potentially widened Sunday when teams were allowed to negotiate with free agents. The Orlando Magic, who are the reigning division champs, are planning to add Denver Nuggets guard Kentavious Caldwell-Pope once players are allowed to sign. Caldwell-Pope gives the Magic an experienced scorer to pair alongside rising star Paolo Banchero and forward Franz Wagner. Last year, Caldwell-Pope averaged 10.1 points and shot 40.6% from the three-point line. He won 2 championships, both against the Heat. In 2020, he was a key cog in the Los Angeles Lakers defeating Miami during the bubble season in Orlando. In 2023, he was a starter on the Nuggets team that knocked off the Heat in 5 games. He should help the Magic improve on last year's 47-35 record after reportedly agreeing to a 3-year, $66 million deal. They have one of the league's top frontcourts in Banchero and Wagner, who combined to average more than 42 points and 12 rebounds. The Heat, meanwhile, are less flexible than the Magic and Philadelphia 76ers because of salary cap space. They are limited on who they can add as a free agent, so will have to likely part ways with Tyler Herro or Duncan Robinson for any chance of revamping the roster. Miami Heat forward Kevin Love has said all along he wants to remain in South Florida the remainder of his career. He is apparently moving one step closer to making that happen. On Sunday, The Athletic's Shams Charania reported Love and the Heat are closing in on a 2-year, $8 million deal. This will mark Love's second full season in Miami after being acquired at midseason 2023. Last year, he averaged 8.8 points and 6.1 rebounds. Miami Heat players Caleb Martin and Thomas Bryant both declined their player options before the deadline. They became free agents Sunday at 6 p.m. Martin is more important of the two because he was a rotation player the last 2 seasons. The Heat extended qualifying offers to Cole Swider and Alonzo Williams on Friday. Both players split time with the Heat and the G League affiliate in Sioux Falls last year. Swider averaged a team-high 24.9 points for the Skyforce. Williams averaged 21.7 points, 7.3 assists, and 5.4 rebounds. Josh Richardson will remain with the Miami Heat for at least another season. Richardson picked up his $3 million player option to return this season, according to a report by Shams Charania of The Athletic. Last year, Richardson was sidelined most of the second half of the season after undergoing shoulder surgery. Richardson was a key part of Miami's rotation before shoulder injury in February. He is expected to make a full recovery for next season. Patrick Beverley explains how one player led to Miami Heat cutting him in 2010. Patrick Beverley learned how quickly the highs are replaced with lows in NBA life. In 2010, Beverley was enjoying his roster spot with the Miami Heat in the first year of the LeBron James, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade era. Beverley earned the contract after having an impressive training camp. Even Wade made a point to single out Beverley's play. "I'm ecstatic. Not only am I on the Heat, LeBron James, Chris Bosh and D. Wade is here," Beverley said during an episode of his podcast. Signed contract. "Damn, I'm really a part of this. I'm here. It's on." Beverley then recalls when they were doing a 3-on-3 drill in practice. Heat coach Eric Spoelstra wanted a player to defend James because no one was able to guard him. Mike Miller volunteers. During the drill, Miller breaks his thumb when it gets tangled in James' jersey. The injury sidelines Miller for months, causing the Heat to sign Jerry Stackhouse as a replacement. "He's out," Beverley said. "They need bigger guards. They cut the guy who makes the least on the contract, me. I'm out the league that fast, because Mike Miller wanted to all of a sudden to be all defensive one day." The next year, the Heat drafted Norris Cole, who Beverley says was a replica of himself. Cole was the starting point guard for most of the season on a team that defeated the Oklahoma City Thunder in the finals. Funny how NBA life works. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Patrick Beverley? Leave your opinion in the comments.